Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for crypto news and interviews. Guys, no video. I don't have my video on, I should say, because I'm a bit under the weather today. Everybody in my household has the cold, but I have some very bullish news that you need to know about. I just think it's so important because I've been telling you guys that Q4, we're going to see some fireworks, and I want to share the details here with you just so you're prepared for what's coming. Now, before we get into it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, take a look at this. The market's looking pretty good. We had a Bitcoin breakout. Bitcoin went over $48,000. Ethereum is over $3,200. Cardano is over $2.20. XRP at $1.03. Solana looking good. So we are seeing our breakout, guys, our green candle. Remember what I said last week? I have the receipts. My videos are all online. I said I was waiting and expecting green candles. Now, remember, go back about a month, and I said before the dip, I said, hey, I'm expecting red candles. So am I saying that to prop myself up? No, I'm just saying market cycles, and we have to be patient. That is what I'm trying to encourage you guys to change your thinking, be patient, and we are seeing our breakout into, obviously we're in Q4 now, our breakout upwards. Now, are we going to go up in a straight line? Of course not. We're going to form green candles, higher highs, higher lows, build support levels. So yes, we will have more dips along the way, but I believe this is the breakout upward to a Bitcoin at six figures by the end of the year, and then altcoins following with a massive, massive bull run for altcoins and seeing huge gains. So PlanB, which I've been showing you guys the Bitcoin stock to flow model, which he created, and things are on track here. He tweeted Bitcoin September closing price, $43,834, like clockwork. And you see things are on track based on the chart, and his closings of August and September are dead on. He said that August Bitcoin would close around 47,000. In September, it would close at 43,000, and it did, obviously. The next targets, October 63,000, November 98,000, and December 135,000. Oh my goodness. Imagine Bitcoin at over 100,000 and what the altcoin prices are going to be. And here's a cool chart that I want to show you, the historical patterns of Bitcoin in Q4s, especially in the bull runs, in the bull markets, I should say. Forget about the bear markets. We know what happens in the bear markets, but historically, we've seen some huge gains and some pretty big green candles. And we see here, we're double peaking like we did in 2013, and we're still waiting for that Q4 green candle, guys. And I think it's on its way. We just got to be patient. Here's another great macro level chart I want to show you. In 2017, Bitcoin here in the blue line, the altcoins in the orange line here. Bitcoin pumped massively, hit its peak. Then altcoins followed with alt season with huge, huge gains. And here in 2021, we saw something like this happen earlier this year, right? Bitcoin pumped to 60 something thousand bucks. Then altcoins went nuts, right? They went bananas, and we saw huge gains. That's going to play out again, but Bitcoin has to lead the charge. I always tell you guys, Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. So I am bullish. I am expecting high prices, guys, in Q4. It's going to be a good Q4. Now, as always, is that 100% certainty? No, because we're talking about probabilities when it comes to investing. I'm 85% positive that it's going to play out as I'm talking about, and 15% negative that it will not, that something will happen. Maybe some black swan event happens and it doesn't play out like we think it will. But I'm not using my emotions. I'm using the chart. I'm using the data and the trends. So, and the different on-chain metrics. So I just want you to understand that there's, once again, no 100% guarantee, as there isn't with any investment. But I think we're going to see some fireworks once again for Q4 and new all-time highs. Now, something that could be a huge catalyst that drives Bitcoin parabolic beyond what we're expecting is the approval of a Bitcoin ETF. I think there's a high chance of a Bitcoin ETF approval, but not the one we're expecting. the one that Gary Gensler talked about, a Bitcoin futures ETF, which is not ideal, but I'll take it because I think that approval will just take us another step forward. And I hope eventually we get a physically backed Bitcoin ETF approval. Now, here's some update. The SEC's final decision on the VanEck Bitcoin ETFs is on November 14th. So they pushed it back as they can't postpone it again. So they'll have to either approve or deny. Now, VanEck, if you saw my interview with Gabor Gurbax from VanEck just recently, he talks about this, why it's important and how much money a Bitcoin ETF is going to bring into the market. So it will open the floodgates. Once again, not the physically backed, which we want, but I think it's going to be the Bitcoin futures ETF. So we shall see. There's no guarantee this is going to happen, but either way, we're going to new all-time highs. This would be the icing on the cake, just sending us to another level. Now, guys, this is such bullish news, and I don't think people realize how big it is. Much respect to Congressman Ted Budd for asking this question, but Fed Chair Jerome Powell said there's no plans to ban Bitcoin or crypto in the United States. Now, you may say, so what, Tony? Well, whatever, but China just put out the FUD that they're banning Bitcoin again. And you have the US, the Fed chair, guys, the Fed chair, not just some random dumb politician or whatever, right? You have the Fed chair saying, no, there's no plans to do that. This is so bullish. This will give confidence to both institutional and retail investors to jump into the market. Let me play the clip for you.
About CBDC, or the central bank digital currencies, and their impact on stablecoin and other cryptocurrencies. And you stated, and I think I quote you correctly here, you wouldn't need stablecoins, you wouldn't need cryptocurrencies if you had a digital US currency. So, Mr. Chairman, as a matter of policy, is it your intention to ban or limit the use of cryptocurrencies like we're seeing in China?
No, and I immediately realized that I'd misspoken there. I didn't mean that take the word cryptocurrency out of that sentence, and I would say fairly widely understood that central bank digital currencies could perform some of the could make
but no intention to ban
less.
No intention to ban.
No intention to ban them, but they're, the stable coins are like money market funds, they're like bank deposits, but they're to some extent outside the regulatory perimeter, and it's appropriate that they be regulated. Same activity, same regulation.
You were asked.
Wow, guys, no plans to ban. This is so bullish. But what he did call out was stable coins. Now you may say, what's the deal with the stable coins? It competes with what they're trying to build, and that is a CBDC. Also, stable coins, you can earn more yield than you can in leaving your money, your cash in the bank. And banks don't like that, right? So stable coins are a bigger threat to them because people can move money with stable coins instead of going through their bank and wiring and transferring and going through the normal financial system. So this is why he's like, oh, no. I didn't mean all cryptocurrencies. I'm talking about stable coins. Guys, this is so bullish. I don't think people realize why these statements are so bullish. It's just an endorsement, right? By saying, hey, no. I want to clarify. I'm not banning anything, and we need to regulate stable coins. Congressman Ted Budd tweeted the video saying, good to hear Fed Chairman Powell clarify his previous discouraging statements about crypto. America needs to open our doors to innovative financial tech, not push it overseas. Abso-freaking-lutely. Ciatlin Long, who I'll be interviewing very soon, obviously the founder of Avanti Bank, she weighs in on the stablecoin regulatory situation. She said stablecoin regulatory direction would go, which is why Avanti Bank chose to get a bank charter. Anything that touches the USD financial system was always going to fall within the Fed's purview, directly or indirectly, especially once it became big. Absolutely, right? It's a threat to the dollar, to CBDCs, to lending, borrowing, which the big banks are in bed with the central bank. We know this, right? Now, Brian Brooks, I don't know if he's trolling here, but I thought this was funny. He tweeted regarding that, the Biden administration looking to regulate stablecoins. He said, so crypto bank charters are safe? Remember, he's the man responsible for giving the banks the green light. The OCC, when he was there, right, to custody crypto and to deal in stable coins, guys. just a groundbreaking move on his part. And I'm also in contact with him to set up an interview. So I got these great interviews coming for you guys. Make sure you got the notification bell enabled. All right, let's talk some Ripple and XRP. Attorney John Deaton was on Fox Business today, as I reported to you guys earlier this week, with Charles Gasparino talking about the Ripple lawsuit. Shout out to John, man, doing some amazing work here. I can't play the entire clip here. It's about 8 minutes long, but you guys can go watch it. Essentially, the TLDR is they talk about, how XRP holders got screwed because of the SEC. They gave Ethereum, the SEC gave Ethereum a free pass, and the SEC is not listening to the 22,000 plus XRP holders who got hurt. And obviously he talked about his motion to intervene on behalf of XRP holders, but also he exposed William Hinman and Jay Clayton talking about their conflicts of interest, guys. And this was on national television. This is awesome, guys. This is awesome. More pressure on Gary Gensler and the SEC to do the right thing here. And we know they are in a losing position when it comes to this lawsuit. Now, there was some fake news today that the settlement had happened between Ripple and the SEC, and the lawsuit was over. And I don't know why people started tweeting this stuff out without reading it first. But Stuart Alderati of Ripple tweeted saying, there are a few press releases circulating suggesting that the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is over. These are fake. So if you see something like that, just heads up, it is fake. It's not over. Now, guys, shout out to Decentralized Dan on Twitter. This man. Okay, let me give you the backstory. There was a conference recently called CodeCon. Dan went up and had the ability to ask Gary Gensler a question. I'm going to play it for you. He calls out Gary, telling him he's lost his reputation. And I know some of you are listening on the podcast, but if you see this Gary Gensler's face, oh my God. Let me play it here for you.
Regulation of crypto that you're pursuing. One question for you is, you've said that there can't be 5,000 to 6,000 private forms of money, referring to the approximately 6,500 tokens there are, but that's a patently false statement. Barely, the majority of those tokens are not trying to be private forms of money. So how do you reconcile that?
Well, I don't know your first name, I apologize, but I think that you raise a good point. I was using the term cryptocurrencies loosely. They're not all currencies. But I also think that each of these individual projects, if they want to compete as a form of money, that's unlikely. If they're competing as something else, if they're offering something to the public, other than investment contract. I mean, Preet was saying that they're maybe not investment contracts. If they're investment contracts, they're a form of security, which I think there are many of them are, again, based on facts and circumstances, that would be different. But it's hard to say that they are, all not investment contracts and all not some form of trying to be some form of private money. And then you say, well, they're a commodity. But I'd ask back, how many forms of precious metal really compete as some form of long-term form of store of value?
I guess the answer to that is pretty straightforward, though. You'd have gold and then some other precious metals for different commodities. But I think that we all want you to succeed in pursuing this regulation of crypto, but some of those statements probably rip some credibility off you. So I'd ask you to sort of probably consider them more closely, because it's not like you say that there's file storage systems such as Filecoin, which are a decentralized AWS, let's say, and you're not saying that AWS or Amazon stock or Microsoft stock or Google stock are forms of money. I just think statements like that are probably ruffling feathers.
You got to see Gensler's face, because he looks like an idiot. And Dan drops some straight up logic on him. Like, dude, Filecoin and some of these other currencies, they're not trying to compete with the US dollar. They're just tokens operating the network for different use cases. And there are no dividends paid out. There's no, you own a part of the company or something like that, which is obviously, kind of what's being argued right now with the Ripple XRP lawsuit, right? So Gensler, I don't know what game he's playing here, but I think he just wants to continue to keep his power and get more power. And like I said, he's doing the bidding of the banking cartel. So I love Dan for asking these questions and being so bold and saying, dude, you've lost some credibility here. And Gensler's face is kind of tells it like he knows he's looking like an idiot. All right, moving ahead. All right, David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, who I've interviewed a couple of times. My last interview, we talked about Ripple and the XRPL federated sidechains. And I give you that context because this past week was the Apex Dev Summit, which is, I believe, an XRP developer summit. And here's some of the takeaways, guys. Very bullish if you hold XRP. He said, today, XRPL devs can take advantage of the first implementation of federated sidechains, a toolkit or test lab to build your own blockchain while still enjoying the benefits and functionality of the XRPL mainnet. Let's see here. I want to make sure I don't skip over anything. Okay. Sidechains make it easy for developers to customize the chain for their use cases, such as private networks, securities, trading, and DeFi. Speaking of DeFi, bringing Ethereum smart contracts to the XRPL could lower the barriers to entry for developers to build powerful DeFi apps with cross-chain interoperability. You guys remember the Ethereum XRP bridge, which the Ripple dev folks were talking about? The XRPL dev went to the Ethereum meetup in Denver. And this is about a year and a half ago, I believe. So I had covered this news on the channel, and a lot of these things are coming to fruition now. So David continues, he says, and we're working on an Ethereum virtual machine sidechain. Between Ethereum smart contracts, hooks, and smart transactors, XRPL developers will be able to build whatever they want. Wow, guys. Very bullish, bridging Ethereum and bringing the more DeFi abilities here and more use cases and the ability to build better things on the XRP ledger. He says here, on that note, applications for the second wave of the XRPL grants program opened today with a focus on projects that leverage federated sidechains. So they're giving out grants to people to build on the XRP ledger. And we saw they just did that too with NFTs, right? He says here, I also talked about the XRPL's a built-in decentralized exchange, also known as a DEX. The XRPL is the OG DEX and could leapfrog other DEXs by offering novel automated market makers, AMMs. He says here, a unique AMM implementation could allow those who provide liquidity for AMMs to take a large share of the profits that are normally taken by arbiters. While an early idea, bringing this AMM approach to the XRPL could be a game changer. Lastly, a few months ago, Ripple Dev shared that it's proposing an NFT standard, XLS20, which could or would bring native on-ledger NFTs. Code will be released on DevNet soon, and if adopted, XLS20 could make the XRPL an attractive destination for devs to build new NFT apps. Very, very bullish. This is why I hold XRP. It's one of the reasons. We know the first one is the being a bridge asset for different currencies around the globe, moving money faster and instant settlement. But also here you have the ability to build a variety of different things on the XRP ledger, and you will have network value, and XRP will be leveraging some of these things. So this is so bullish if you hold XRP. Check this out, guys. We're seeing some young new blood come into the government, in different states and federal, local, and so forth, who are pro crypto. I mean, just as an example would be Mayor Francis Suarez out of Miami. I think the mayor of Jackson, Tennessee, and a variety of folks. And I'm not an ageist or anything, but I'm just saying it's good to see new people coming in, younger, and they're pro crypto, right? Well, Margaret Croak out of Illinois, she is looking to make Illinois the next crypto hub. The House Bill number 3968 is a digital assets focused proposal that would allow financial technology companies in the state to hold cryptocurrencies. So bullish. So she's looking to, I should say she's leading the effort to pass this bill. So I like this, guys. And I think we're going to see more and more of this. This is why I tell you, be patient, hodl, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. Look at this macro level. We're still so early. A lot of these things are being built out. Grayscale, guys, has added Solana, Uniswap to the digital large cap fund. And this is a great sign. They continue to add more altcoins. What do I always tell you guys? It starts with Bitcoin, then they move to altcoins. And I can't wait for this stupid Ripple SEC lawsuit to be over, so a lot of these funds can add XRP back again. Now, check this out. Singapore has granted 2 licenses to crypto exchanges. This is according to Bloomberg. So we're seeing globally the push to adopt, build, regulate, and let innovation around the crypto market grow. And this, what's different than any other asset class before, this is a global asset class traded 24/7 on the blockchain, borderless. You can be in any country. I've said it many times, have internet access. You put $50 in Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP, you're part of the asset class. Never been anything like that before in history. It is going to be the greatest asset class ever because of the technology it is built on, and obviously the decentralized nature of the internet, guys. This is going to be huge. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that we're going to see a massive bull run in Q4? I think things are lining up, and this is not because of wishful thinking or emotions, but the data. What does the market cycle data and trends tell us? And we are preparing, guys, for a blast off to new all-time highs. I think Bitcoin 6 figures, altcoins are going to go bananas. You're going to see significant returns. Now, once again, this is not financial investment advice. Do your research. And remember, there's that probability of it not happening. I personally think, once again, my percentage breakdown, 85%, it happens, 15%, it doesn't happen. So I got to make sure I give you that caveat. And let me know what you guys think. Share this video with a crypto skeptic. Show them what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell is saying. And leave your thoughts and comments below. We'll love to hear what you guys think. And I'll talk to you all later.